Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a comparison between these two flashlights, the Nitecore P23i and the Convoy L8. It's really a compact thrower versus a long range thrower. Both of them have pretty high lumens. That's why I've chosen to sort of compare them this way. But I want to go through what's included, all the differences to help you decide what's best for you. As usual with Convoy, you don't really get all too much in the box, but with the L8, mine actually came with a 26800 cell in the flashlight, okay? But I don't know if they still do it. I just don't know if they still include that 26800 cell. They probably should, because it's kind of difficult to find over the net. But I mean, look at that. It's just gigantic flashlight, really. It's one of my largest flashlights apart from my Immolent MR90. So build quality wise, you know, both of these have pretty good build quality. I do find though with the Nightcore, you've got extra durability there. I actually had this in my bag rattling around a few other lights, no issues. What I do find with Convoy is that it does scratch up a fair bit around where the cooling fins are. I think that's where you've got some sharp edges, and so that just forms an area where it can rub and scratch against other areas. There's not too many sharp edges on the Nightcore P23i, so it seems to be in pretty good nick for now. But look, it's more of an aesthetic thing, doesn't actually alter the functionality of the flashlight, so to me doesn't really bother me. You know, I don't baby my flashlights. In terms of the design, you can see there's more of these cutouts on the L8, and this is because the L8 uses a much more powerful LED. You know, there's no active cooling as well. Some of these lights, these larger flashlights, have an inbuilt fan to help cool down the flashlight. This is all just a large heatsink, and so these cutouts are actually a fantastic idea. I'm happy that they have them there. They work exceptionally well, you know, considering the amount of current that's going through that LED. In terms of modification customizations, you can't really do anything with the P23i. This one's sealed up, and that's because Nitecore do offer a warranty with their flashlights. Convoy doesn't have a warranty with their flashlights, so yeah, you can undo them, do whatever you want. You know, open up the flashlight, change the LED. Probably wouldn't want to do anything with this unless there was some kind of upgrade to the SBT90. But, you know, for people who like to tinker, who like to alter flashlights, I think Convoy is the best option out there. Everything's just open, available for you to take apart and tinker with. So the batteries are very different. This comes with a 26800 cell. It's a gigantic battery. I'll just show you what it looks like. But there is onboard charging with this light. So look at that, enormous. We'll have a look at the Nitecore battery. It comes with a proprietary battery. Another thing you have to be aware of as well. So you have to use this particular battery with this flashlight. Otherwise, it's not going to work. There's some interesting little, what you might call it, little contacts on the end of the tail cap as well. Okay, but you've got the positive, negative terminal on the same side of the battery actually for the Nitecore, so it decreases resistance in the flashlight. So it's just one of the designs, and for some people that might be a deal breaker. These 26800 cells are not the easiest to come by, but you can find them on AliExpress, and there's also a store here in Australia where I managed to buy a spare one. But they are definitely a beast of a cell, and they have a 6800 milliamp hour capacity. Size-wise comparisons, I mean, it's a no-brainer here. This one's gigantic. This one, you're going to need to put it in your bag or something like that. You're not going to want to carry this around with you. You know, it's just ridiculous. There are no compromises here, definitely, in terms of the throwability, in terms of the reflector. This thing is made to throw. This one here is really a bit of a surprise because it's got excellent throw, but it just fits in a pocket, okay, but is definitely not going to throw as far as this one. This one's going to give you more than twice the throw of that. So LED wise, the L8 comes with an SBT 90.2 emitter. As you can see in here, it's capable of, I think, up to 6,000 plus lumens. In this flashlight, it produces up to 5,000 lumens on the maximum output. This one here has the SFT70, so it's kind of like the larger and yeah, just a larger high output version of the SFT 40, which is also a throwy kind of LED. Lens, AR, anti-reflective glass lens. Bezel wise, for this one, you've got a bit of a cutout here for the bezel, but this isn't something you're going to take around with you. The bezel here, you can actually unscrew it and get inside the reflector, but there are these basic simple cutouts there that just allow you to see when the light is on and off. This one features that as well, the P23i, but it does have these glass breaking beads here, which I find to be a nice little feature to have. If you got into a situation you needed to break a window or something like that, that's the one to have. In terms of the UI, the L8 basically memorizes the last mode that you're on, even if it's in turbo. So basically, you click the button, turn it on. I actually had it in the lowest mode before, and yeah, you just press and hold, and it just ramps up. Okay, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, there's basically 4 modes, and it's hot. Even on this mode, the highest mode there, I can feel it, like the heat of that on my hand. There's also the ability to check the voltage of the battery. I think you press that button 5 times. You can also change it to momentary mode. I can't remember what you do. I think you press the button 4 times, and then it allows you to access turbo by just holding down that button. But I do find there's a bit of a delay from when you press the button and from when the light switches on. I don't see too many side switch flashlights. In fact, I only know one other side switch flashlight that allows you to have some kind of momentary on. This seems to be programmed in. It's not really maybe like a physical momentary switch. It might be like an actual mode in there because there is just a delay. Now, if we look at this one here, the P23i, I mean, this is just much better in terms of the tactical mode. You have access to that button there on the back. All you need to do is just press it halfway, and then you get access to the full 3000 lumens. You could also have access to like a strobe mode like that. Once you switch the flashlight on, you just click this button to cycle through the different modes. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Very, very simple to use. In terms of total output, again, 5000 lumens versus 3000 lumens. This one's definitely brighter. It throws further. It's going to sustain its lumens for longer. Overall performance, this thing smokes the P23i, okay? But where it comes to portability, this is probably the one that you're going to have in your pocket, okay? Files, the L8 has a lot of concentration in the center of the beam, and you've still got a good amount of spill on the sides, but most of it is actually concentrated in the center of the beam. You've just got this amazing like kind of lighthouse beam that comes out of this flashlight. It's amazing, and yeah, you got to be careful with this as well. The hotspot on the L8 is a lot smaller, much more intense. This one's kind of like a large hotspot and certainly doesn't travel as far, but it's very useful, especially from mid-range to long range. You can use it. This one, mid-range, it's going to be way too powerful. Anything short to mid-range, there's really nothing you can do with this flashlight. So practicality wise, this is probably the one that will get you by if you need to use it for a variety of situations. This one is just, you need to illuminate something from a distance, from a long distance away. I mean, you can't beat it. It will beat the P23i in any way. So I think they're both great, and it just depends on what you're using it for. But I will have some beam shots, so you can have a look at those, and that will help you decide. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. I'll get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. It helps me get my videos out to more people. And if you want to see me make more reviews, more quality content, make sure you subscribe. Firstly, check out the P23i here, and look at that really nice hotspot. I'm so impressed by the amount of light that this one produces. The large hotspot, very useful thrower, and a lot of spill too. Let's look at the L8 and see what that looks like. And with the L8, you've just got this intense hotspot, ridiculously intense, reaches all the way to the back. Reaches all the way underneath those trees there, as you can see. Okay, let's have a look at the
P23i, and of course, I mean, it's got an SBT 90.2 in the L8, so you can't compare in terms of throw. But in terms of the actual flood, you know, you definitely get a lot more flood with the L8, but it's comparable. I do find that the P23i also ramps down pretty quick. Let's look up there. Something at the back, these trees at the back as well. And the beam is literally this visible when I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it with my naked eye. You can see it. See it just through the air. It really depends what you're looking for. If you're prioritizing just long distance throw, it's also a lot larger than the P23i. Hold its brightness for longer, but you're not going to be able to carry this one in your pocket. Trust me with that. It's just too much.